Happy Holi! Good evening and welcome to the night's regional news. We begin with a rather sad story from Jamaica. Jamaica's Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, has condemned the murder of Kenise Jackson, whose body was found in Port Moresby, Catherine on Friday after she went missing on Wednesday. Grange said the murder of the young woman has shaken Jamaica, and they were rightly angered and outraged by it. Preliminary reports state that Jackson, a 20-year-old accounting clerk of Manchester Avenue, Independent City in Portmore, was abducted at a bus stop after she left home for work about 8 a.m. on Wednesday. The constabulary reported that about 7 a.m. Friday, a resident stumbled upon the body at the Portmore fishing village and summoned the police. They say the body was clad in a black shirt, blue blouse, and was in a state of partial decomposition. Detectives are awaiting the outcome of a post-mortem to further guide the course of the probe. The police detained a 50-year-old mechanic in relation to the murder shortly after the body was found. Head of the St. Catharines South Police Division, Senior Superintendent Clive Blair, said the man is to be interrogated. We turn to another tragic story from Trinidad and Tobago. In Trinidad and Tobago, 2 teenagers were shot dead in Laventil on Sunday night. The deceased are Simeon Daniel and Antonio Francis. Both were 15 years old. They were shot dead around 7:45 p.m. at Mixshine Lands. Reports are that the 2 teenagers were liming with a group of friends in an abandoned house in the area when they were approached by 2 masked men. The men looked at Daniel and Francis and opened fire. They were killed instantly. The assailants then looked at the other children and raised their weapons. However, they did not shoot and spared the group. The assailants then fled the scene. Daniel and Francis escaped from one of the Children's Authority support centers 2 weekends ago. CCTV footage viewed by investigating officers disclosed that the boys escaped by passing through burglar-proofing bars in a room on the western side of the building. In Ecuador, customs officials discovered 185 baby tortoises packed inside a suitcase that was being sent from the Galapagos Islands to the mainland on Sunday. The reptiles had been wrapped in a plastic and were found during a routine inspection at the main airport on the island of Baltra. 10 of them had died, officials said. One of the biggest threats to the Galapagos tortoises is illegal training for animal collectors and exotic pet markets. The tortoises seized at the airport on Baltra are thought to be less than 3 months old. Officials combating wildlife trafficking say hatchling-sized juveniles can fetch sums of more than $5,000 per animal. It is believed that smugglers wrap the tortoises in plastic to immobilize them, but the X-ray machine's operators at the airport nevertheless grew suspicious. The suitcase had been posted at the airport by a transport firm and was said to contain souvenirs, a statement from the airport said. No arrests have been made so far, but employees of the transport firm who had checked in the suitcase were held for questioning, according to the statement. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro on Sunday proposed paying for vaccines against the novel coronavirus with oil, though he provided few details about how such a scheme would work. The crisis-stricken OPEC nations' crude exports have plummeted to their lowest levels in decades since Washington sanctioned state oil company Petróleos de Venezuela in 2019, cutting off Venezuela's exports to the United States and dissuading many other customers from buying Venezuelan oil as well. Maduro said Venezuela was working to pay for vaccines from the World Health Organization's WHO COVAX mechanism, which provides vaccine access to poor countries, both through Venezuelan funds frozen in overseas accounts due to sanctions and through oil shipments. Venezuela has received vaccine doses from allies Russia and China. The government and the opposition had been in talks with the Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, over Venezuela's access to vaccines through COVAX. But the government said last week it would not accept AstraZeneca plc vaccine, one of the main inoculations deployed by COVAX in Latin America. Maduro says Washington is seeking to oust him in a coup to control Venezuela's oil reserves, the largest in the world by some measures. And now for a rather interesting international story. Nike has denied involvement in an announcement by the singer Lil Nas X that he will release custom-made Satan shoes, sneakers that contain a drop of human blood. The singer collaborated with streetwear label Mischief to create the shoes, which are modified Nike Air Max 97s and feature a pentagram pendant and a reference to a Bible verse, Luke 10:18. I quote, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven," end of quote. The shoes are a tie-in with a song and video, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, which shows Lil Nas X gyrating in the devil's lap. They follow Mischief's Jesus shoes, which contained a drop of holy water. The shoes, available from Monday, will be limited to 666 pairs, retails at $1,018 and contains 60cc ink and 1 drop of human blood. Nike said it was not involved in the project. "We do not have a relationship with Lil Nas X or Mischief," the company said. I quote, "Nike did not design or release these shoes and we do not endorse them," end of quote. The shoes caused an uproar on social media, reigniting debate about satanic imagery in music. Lil Nas X later posted a satirical apology, which contained footage from the Montero Call Me By Your Name video of him dancing on the devil's lap. In the comments, he wrote, I quote, "I'm so sorry. Real apology," end of quote, before posting a link to the full music video. That was all for tonight's original news. Thanks for joining.